Liam, thank you for joining us. Obviously, it's one game to go. It's a nice big one here at the Broadfield Stadium. Can I get your thoughts as we prepare to face Grimsby?
Yeah, an exciting one for us. And sort of everyone involved, really. Yeah, like you said, one game to go. We know what we have to do. Win the game, and yeah, it's pretty simple, really.
Yeah, we just spoke to Lawrence. A few of the lads must have sort of been keeping a close eye on the scores for Tuesday night. It now sort of sets us up quite nicely for the game on Saturday. And as you say, a win with other results would get us into those sort of playoff places. How much do you think the squad deserves it? Because it's been a great season. You know, from everybody's relegation favourites to fighting for playoffs on the final day, it's been a pretty incredible year, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if you'd have told all of us 45 games ago that we're one win away really from making the playoffs, I think we would have taken it. Yeah, and obviously everyone that's in and around it thinks they deserve it as well. But yeah, the work we put in from the staff to the players to everyone really. I think it'll just be a nice way to end the season if we can make the playoffs. So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, and it's great motivation heading into the final game, isn't it? Because I think Crawley fans will agree with me here that over the sort of past maybe decade or so, we haven't had this excitement. Obviously, last year we did for different reasons, which we've moved on a long way since then. But the excitement of sort of building up to these final games with a lot to play for hasn't been there. So for them, it's going to be just as exciting, and it's great motivation, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Especially like you said, obviously with what went on last year. Obviously, I was the other end of it where I got relegated. The lads just stayed out of it. So it's a different sort of type of pressure that we're under. But I think the pressure comes from within the group because we know how good we are. So from the outside, we're probably not expected to be there. So, but yeah, it's a pressure within. But it's a nice pressure to have as a squad. And really, as a squad, we know what we have to do. It's quite simple. We've got to win. No matter what happens, we have to win to give ourselves a chance. So, yeah, it's simple, but it's going to be an enjoyable one.
Yeah, we know the gaffer obviously loves his tactics and everything, but I suppose the team talk just becomes a little bit easier, doesn't it, on Friday and especially Saturday before the game, because it is just a case of sort of, let's keep it calm, let's sort of do our thing, and we just need a win, don't we? So I suppose in that way it takes that sort of pressure of knowing that you won't be having to check things during the game, and whereas sometimes on the final day you're obviously relying on a lot of other things. Where we are, we know that we need a win, so I suppose the lads will just be sort of fully focused on that and giving their all for the full 90 minutes.
Yeah, 100%. I think there'll be a game plan obviously, and with the way we play it's quite structured, but the gaffer will set us up the same way to try and win a game. But again, I think there'll be a little bit more freedom hopefully in the final third that we can use because we know we've got to win. But again, with that we have to be defensively solid as well because we can't be chucking bodies forward and going for it and then we concede and then it's trying to climb a mountain. So we've got to be structured within that. But yeah, like you said, it's simple. We've got to try and win the game and as attackers, and it's going to be quite enjoyable.
Yeah, and the excitement's building. We've sold plenty of tickets. We're sort of approaching a sellout now here at the Broadfield Stadium. So I suppose the message to the fans would be get behind the players that you've been getting behind all season, and be loud because the fans can have a big impact, especially in games like this, can't they?
Yeah, 100%. I think the fans have been unreal all season really. A few games recently, Colchester that comes to mind. Even on Saturday I thought they were really, really good and helped us. Like when we scored, you could hear them all game really. You heard them. So yeah, it'll be another one where we need them, and yeah, it can make a massive difference.
Okay.
You've already talked about the Tuesday results. Obviously Barrow, Doncaster, and who's the other one?
Colchester.
That's one. And they obviously needing one of them to lose or drop points, so you get in. Will you be following them scores?
No, because I think as a squad it's quite simple with what we've got to do. I think we know that we have to win now, so we can't really help other results. We've got to focus on ourselves, and that's the only thing that we can affect is our game and our results, so that's all we've got to do.
Yeah, and obviously it's been a bit of a patchy second half of the season. You've missed quite a few games through injury. Obviously, as a player as good as you are, how frustrating is that, not just for you but for the club as well, that you missed these games?
Yeah, it was frustrating for me, but again, I think the lads were unbelievable through that time. I think we went on a run of, I don't know, Sam will know more, but we probably won 4 or 5 so it was a lot easier watching, and then coming back into it was nice as well. But yeah, as a player, you just want to play as many games as you can really, and yeah, it's nice to be back out there.
Yeah, the last game obviously a 2-2 draw against Sutton. Maybe it looked like the pressure was getting to you guys. Like as he's saying, like feeling the pressure. You obviously saying you enjoy it. Will it get to you on this weekend, or will you just ride over it?
No, probably not now, because I think the last few games it's been in our hands in a way, because we've been 7th spot, and it's been in our hands. But now being 8th and not being in our hands with other results needed, it's quite simple. We just got to go out there and win, and hopefully that's what we can do.
Yeah, and obviously Grimsby survived relegation, have nothing to play for the rest of the season. How hard will it be to not be complacent, to stay professional and humble into the game?
Yeah, I don't think we can look into too much of them, because as footballers, no matter where you are, there's always a point to prove when you go out on the pitch. So even though they're safe and their boys will be, I don't know whether they're playing for contracts, playing for next season, whatever happens, they'll all be going out there with a point to prove. So it'll be another tough game. There's no easy game in League Two, and yeah, Grimsby will be coming to try and sort of make an upset in a way as well.
Thank you.